I'm really humbled and honoured to be the first immigrant to be appointed to Shannon there, the Irish Senate, to give official voice to the millions of Irish men and women who left Ireland's shores, but who never forgot the land of their birth or lost your innate sense of Irish identity. My appointment by our former teacher, Glenda Kenny, was an official nod to our diaspora and an acknowledgement that the people of our proud and great island desire a modern and mature relationship with their fellow Irishmen and women living abroad. I have often said that America has always been Ireland's natural immigrant home. I remember vividly as a child seeing President John F. Kennedy on his visit to my hometown of Galway in 1963. The experience stayed with me and held forged deep in my sight the notion that America was always a beacon of light, not just for the opportunities it afforded, but for the ideals of which it stood for. You probably know that over 34 million Americans today claim Irish ancestry, many of whom are descended from the more than 1 million desperate men and women who fled famine-ravaged Ireland during An Mór, the Great Famine. You know, when President Kennedy addressed the Oireachtas, which is our Parliament, in June 1963, he stated, "And so it is that our two nations, divided by distance, have been united by history. No people ever believed more deeply in the cause of Irish freedom than the people of the United States." When they arrived in America, the Irish faced a cold welcome, not unlike that received by today's desperate immigrants and refugees fleeing war and famine. An owner and editor of a Chicago daily newspaper wrote, "Put strychnine in immigrants' food. Thank every Irishman from every lamppost in Chicago." But despite that, the Irish set about building a new life for themselves, and in the process, helped to build the United States of America. As Hibernians, you need no history lesson, as it was your founding fathers who established the AOH in St. James's Church in New York City in 1836 to provide comfort and protection to the waves of Irish Catholics arriving by the thousands to these shores. Over 180 years ago, the AOH was a port of refuge for the Irish in America, providing support and a sense of community to new arrivals. But your commitment to your faith, your families, and your communities has endured right up to today. You played a pivotal role in bringing peace to our troubled island of Ireland and championed the MacBride principles during some of the darkest days of the Troubles in Northern Ireland. You fought for legalisation of the undocumented Irish here in the 1990s, and I'm delighted to see that you continue to be active today in the fight for comprehensive immigration reform that includes a path for the undocumented Irish living here. I am confident, though, that a nation founded by immigrants and forged by the ideals of liberty and fairness can find a solution that is fair to the rule of law and to those seeking a better life. You know, the revolutions of 1916 called for us to cherish all the children of the nation equally. Today's open and inclusive Ireland is fulfilling the marker set down by the architects of our republic by redefining the meaning of nationhood. And we have had some really tough decisions to make in Ireland in the last 4 or 5 years about between the marriage referendum and the repeal of the 8th Amendment. They were referendums by the people. It wasn't legislation by us legislators. The people of Ireland voted for the changes in the law. And that's very important that we all understand that. And some of the decisions are difficult for us, and difficult for myself as well. But 66% of the Irish people voted to repeal the 8th Amendment. It is also my job to highlight important issues affecting immigrants living overseas and those returning to Ireland. So I encourage you, all of you, to reach out to me with your ideas and concerns, because since taking office I've been advocating on a range of issues that affect returning immigrants, such as access to health care, affordable housing, driver's licenses, education, and even insurance. And I firmly believe that we need to remove as many barriers as possible to immigrants returning home, and even for American retirees who want to fulfill their lifelong dream of spending their golden years in Ireland. In closing, I want to thank you for your hospitality and commend you for a wonderfully successful conference and for all of the work that you do to promote Ireland and foster Irish identity in the United States. To quote an ancient Irish saying, "Ska Chéile a Warren Nadania." Under the shelter of each other, people survive. For me and Ronald, thank you very much.